Hello Virgo! This is your astrological forecast for the month of October 2016, and this also applies if you have a Virgo rising, also known as a Virgo ascendant. And this is definitely one of those months where at one point, all the planets concentrate into one area of the chart. So if you don't, make it a habit to kind of look at your rising sign as well, it might feel like everything is kind of lopsided, but that happens, every once in a while. I just told the Leos, about 3 times a year, typically around March, June, and October, we tend to see all the planets kind of group up into one area. And we're going to have, for a period here, we're going to have a lot of activity in one spot of your chart. So if you want to know what else is going on, I would definitely recommend looking at the foreground, background kind of stuff like that. Also, don't forget, bi-weekly horoscopes are a thing now, and if you're curious about whether or not I incorporated astrology into them, I did. And the way that works is the first half is astrology for 2 weeks, and then the second half is the tarot for that 2 weeks. So everyone can watch whatever they want to watch, whatever they resonate with. I decided to throw that in, so maybe you want to check those out too. And again, if you want to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com. So, what is going on this month? Well, it's a much calmer month, that's for damn sure, especially compared to the early part of September and August. And this is getting filmed on the 7th of September, so we're really kind of still in the early September stuff. But those of you who are kind of feeling a rocky September, hold out to like the 16th, 17th, that'll be really chill from there. And some leftover energies from September are still very much supportive to you during this period. We've got Venus in Scorpio pretty much from the beginning of October all the way until the 18th. And Venus is going to be in your 3rd house of communications. And this is going to be an energy that's really working hard on you being able to actually start solidifying long-term plans and get all your ducks in a row. The 3rd house is all about organization. It's all about setting new themes, and setting new standards. And with Venus being there, you can expect people to be much more accommodating, whether it's at home, whether it's with love, whether it's with business, whether it's with anything. In fact, with Venus in the 3rd house, you're going to be noticing you're attracting a lot more attention towards yourself. People are going to be hanging on your every word a lot during this time, so use those words wisely. We've also got Mars in your 5th house of love and romance as it relates more to the romantic, infatuation honeymoon phase. One of the things that, the wisdom of astrology is that a relationship is broken up into several houses. So the 5th house where Mars is right now, again, this is kind of like that honeymoon phase, that, that kind of sweet spot with the storybook kind of stuff. And it's going to be there all month, all through October. And you're going to be noticing a lot more passion, a lot more acts of service, a lot more, big shouting from the rooftops types of energy. Might take you back a little bit if it's coming from a partner who's a little bit more subdued and maybe just a little bit more chilled out. We kind of have a bit more, demonstrative or demonstrative sort of affection coming from them. Mars in the 5th house can also be really good for opportunities to kind of explore more ways to actually kind of get our passionate feelings out there as well. But be careful with Mars because, again, Mars tends to raise the energy. And sometimes when things get really passionate, they can also kind of, the difference between passion and, frustration, can be kind of hard, it can be confusing. Sometimes we can get kind of hooked on that passionate energy, and so it's like when we kind of come back to normal, we don't feel like we came back to normal, we feel like we lost something. So it's important to make sure we don't have that confusion come up during this time. But Mars is going to be there all month, making it glorious. On the 7th of the month, we do have Mercury leaving your sign and going into Libra, your earned income sector. And with Mercury in this part of your chart all the way up until the 24th of the month, you can expect to be making money faster. Okay, whether this is actually, speeding up an opportunity to get employed, find a new job, or to simply complete more tasks or complete more work faster to take on more and therefore acquire more earnings. And money's going to be coming to you very, very fast this month and very, very quickly and easily. And a lot of that is also coming up from our next aspect, which is the full moon in Aries in your 8th house of passive income, your debts, your self-employment income, your venture capital. And with a full moon here, we have a tendency to see something that has been sort of a drain on your finances, okay? So between the 16th and the 20th, we may be closing up a payment plan. We may be paying off a debt finally. Maybe that extra money that's coming from that Mercury energy is allowing us to kind of close or plug that hole. This is also a great time for those of you that are looking to wrap up maybe a paid service that you no longer need, that has also been maybe, you know, a bit of a drain on your wallet. This full moon, however, is actually very beneficial because it is also a surprise. It's very strongly connected to Uranus in this area of your chart. And so this full moon will bring a surprise opportunity to kind of close or amend, again, a payment arrangement that you have that has actually been, again, you know, kind of sucking the life a little bit out of a part of your funds. So we have a lot of very happy and, you know, financially stable Virgos following the 16th. On the 18th of the month, we've got Venus moving into Sagittarius, into that 4th house, that home and family sector. And with Venus moving into Sagittarius, you can kind of see a little bit more of that, you know, that affection energy coming into bonding with family, reconnecting with family, making peace with family, being able to kind of, you know, get over any issues. Maybe there's some issues with relatives in the past, you know, but it's like there's still love underneath it. The love's going to kind of come past the issues. This is also a great time to consider, you know, merging when it comes to, you know, a partner. If you've been, you know, with a partner for a while and you're looking to finally start clearing the air, you know, or clearing up some space, making some room for them in your home or room for yourself in their home, you know, Venus in the 4th house is a glorious time to start making that happen. And it may actually be even a great time to start having your partner bond more with your family. So that's going to be an energy that's with us from the 18th all the way through the beginning of November. On the 22nd, we have the Sun moving into your 3rd house of communications. And this is about reparations. This is about healing. This is about actually fixing what may have gone wrong in a line of communication that you have with a friend or a business associate. This is kind of bringing a little bit more focus to what needs to happen in order for us to be on the same side again, us to be on this, in good graces again. If there's been misunderstandings, if somebody took something the wrong way, this is definitely, the last week of the month where we're kind of noticing people are a lot more capable of calmly listening and having that good diplomatic exchange. Now, it's not just for the last week of this month, it's all the way up until the 20th of November. So, if you've been feeling like there was a falling out you didn't want to have, or maybe, again, people have been quarreling, people have not been very good active listeners, they're kind of, too reactive to pay attention, this Sun is going to change things for that. On the 24th, we've got Mercury moving into this area of your chart. And this is talking about opportunities for travel. There may be opportunities for unexpected trips, but also opportunities to start turning associates into closer allies. Okay, and this may involve travel. This may be bonding over trips, short road trips, short holiday weekends. This could also even be an opportunity for you to sign off on a new networking arrangement or a new marketing arrangement for your business. And it could be the last week of this month. It could be all the way into November. But whatever this is something that's going to really help you kind of regain a sense of peace of mind when it comes to the way that you relate to your audience, whoever your audience is, whoever you're speaking to, whoever's listening to you, whoever's reading your stuff, whether it's for business or whether, again, it's just people in your life that you need to be able to have an open dialogue with. Finally, at the end of the month, we have a new moon in your 3rd house. And this can be very, very nice for those of you out there who have been interested in perhaps actually kind of creating a new opportunity, outside of your commute bubble, whether it's, a place that you would, discovering an opportunity for you to go enhance your education. This could actually be some of you maybe even thinking about going back to school. taking on an opportunity to upgrade or update your education, maybe find a way to change how how you're going to grow professionally. This may even just be for your own personal enrichment, but a lot of you may be actually going out there to kind of like, okay, yeah, it's time to update my training, time to get myself more familiar with said subject, or maybe this is a time to update your website, maybe this is a time to make things more, more, not attractive, but more accessible to people, or maybe just something that's to create a new energy to attract a different type of person. This is the time for a lot of Virgos to get to work on that. So that is your forecast for this month, Virgo. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. Don't forget to check out your bi-weeklies as well, because they're going to have more subtle angles. Like I said, they're going to have more subtle angles in the bi-weekly astrology, more on the day-to-day and less the sweeping seasonal themes like a monthly horoscope. And if you ever want to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com.